We are streaming. Okay. Note to self, make sure to install game before stream begins. It's Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Hold on a sec. I want to see the I want to see the menu because that weird pop-up was in the way, and I didn't want to see that. I want to see the intro. I played this game on the Wii Virtual Console back in the day when I still used my Wii. And I heard they had N64 and Game Boy games. I guess that's not going away, is it? And I wanted to play it again. Because I don't think I ever actually beat this game. And I would like to. I like Kirby games. I think Kirby games are a really great example of, like, the idea that a game doesn't necessarily need to be hard or especially violent, or like a game doesn't necessarily need to have like edge or anything. A game doesn't necessarily need to have like edge or be especially hard to be fun. It just needs to be fun. I know how to use Kirby's copy ability, yes. When Kirby and the Forgotten Land came out, I think I like played that game all the way through. I even got to like the weird secret bosses and found out that game's like a proto Dark Souls for some reason. Kirby and the Forgotten Land's kind of interesting. Maybe we should play that someday. See, this game's cute. It's like... Yeah, if it wasn't apparent, our goal is to get the Crystal Shards. Help this fairy collect her meth. And now, I gotta figure out what all the controls are. Alright. So use the D-pad, jump, suck. Got it. Oh, I remember this song well. It's a good one. Now the fun part about this game is that you can combine copy abilities. So you get two fires and you get a super big fire. Like, most Kirby games have, like, a special gimmick, and this game's gimmick is, like... This game's gimmick is you can combine copy abilities. So if we combine the cutter and the fire, you get a big old flame sword. I'm not used to using the D-pad. This sword has a pretty big hitbox. Whoops. It's notable that they decided to do this on a 2D plane rather than having it be a fully 3D game. I believe they tested it out in a fully 3D plane, and they realized it wasn't going to work very well. So they changed it. Bomberman. It kind of feels like Bomberman a little bit. Combine it with fire, we get napalm. No, we get hit. That's what happens. No, don't touch that. It's filled with highly illegal substances. You could get 5 to 10 illegal. You could get like 5 to 10 lifetimes in a penitentiary for that. I was like, I'm still getting used to the fact that I have to use the D-pad. That's very awkward to me. I'm so used to playing it with like a control stick. That's how I did it on the Wii. This game's a little slow moving compared to other Kirby games for sure. So remember, kids, if somebody is bad, whack the tar out of them. So this is like your end mini game where you try to get power-ups and such. I blew it. Oh, I missed a shard somewhere. Oh well. We're not gonna 100% a game. We're just gonna try and beat it. You might get something for 100%ing this. I'll look it up later and see if you need to 100% this game to get to the final boss or whatever. Bomb cutter? Ooh, that's cool. Like ninja bombs. That's a really neat ability. I had to create unique combinations for each of the powers. That's a lot of effort to put into this game. One has to wonder if the fact that, the bomb doesn't exist, or once you throw the bomb, it doesn't exist until it hits the enemy, is a stylistic choice, or if it's a graphical limitation. Right? Because it could be oh, it's so cool, the ninja star is so fast that it doesn't hit, you don't see it until it hits the enemy, right? Until it sticks in the enemy. But it could also just be a graphical limitation of having too many projectiles on screen. Oh. How could you do this to me? I thought for sure that was gonna be like a Donkey Kong Country thing where it's like, oh, there's like a bonus barrel at the bottom of that jump, so you're safe when you jump down it, and it'll just shoot you right back up. Nope. I don't think I have to recollect it though. I missed the one up. Not putting up much of a fight, is he? Just sort of bouncing around. Right. I believe this game has some original characters, like the artist and the fairy and such and such. He's okay. She's okay? It's hard to tell given the polygonal nature of this game. Seems I cannot damage them directly, but I can damage them just by being a nuisance. Music in this game is really good. This is unusual. I mean, like, the regular boss theme for this game, I believe, is actually kind of annoying. But this boss theme is kind of fun. I like it. Is this what it's like to enjoy video games? Okay, we have determined the artist is not suckable. Oh. You just let him run into you. When all art fails to convince, violence still fails to answer. Sick. And look at that. That's the power of the N64 right there. Advanced 3D models in the background. And you can see them spiraling, so you know they're really 3D. Hold on a sec. Oh, I missed it again. I want to see what napalm is like. Well, that's disturbing. Also, that power takes forever. It's a little bit of an abomination. I've heard of somebody cutting your guts open, but that's a little, this is a little absurd. I don't know what I was expecting. You know what they say, you could cut fruit on Kirby's abs. And almost anything else, really. Hi, Reese. What's up? We're playing Kirby now. Were you playing Genshin Impact like 2 seconds ago? Are you done doing that? Oh, you and Max are going to eat? Sure. Can you pick me up like a chicken sandwich with like extra Dijon mustard? I'd appreciate. Thanks. It's kind of cute. I feel like gaming in this stage, in these early 3D. I feel like gaming in this early stage was kind of in like I call it the adolescent years because like modern gaming was kind of like it was literally like around 15 years old in the sense that like if you consider the beginning of like modern home gaming consoles like around the 1980s, then modern gaming would have been around like 10 to they would have been in kind of their preteen or adolescent years. And this is kind of like the time period in where I think that like video games were kind of trying to figure stuff out, particularly the transition from 3D or 2D to 3D. So they're kind of figuring out how to like incorporate 3D and 2D mechanics, experimenting with stuff like Super Mario 64 is a really good example of like the fact that they have to explain what a 3D a 3D camera is to the player because no one had ever experienced it before. Experimenting with lock-on systems because they realized that like moving around in a 3D space is like really weird for new players. And I think in that game just there, what made me think about that was like the game has you move around in a circle and then when you look in the background, you'll notice like a crystal shard is behind you at the back of the map, right? Or where you, like, behind you where you came out of the stage. And it's a way of showing you that, like, you exist in a 3D space, even though you're in a 2D game. And it's like an interesting... Easiest boss fight of my life. It's not over. Oh, what a nightmare. Like, I feel like there was a lot of stuff in games in this era that were like just trying to get you acclimated. Both, like, the developers were just trying to get acclimated, as well as trying to acclimate players to the idea that this is a 3D world now. So, yep, this is the regular boss theme. It seems like the power that we've chosen here is really good for this part. Because we can really just roll wherever. Run into things. We can really just burn our way through and have no problems. Again, it's like interesting the way that they have chosen to like be both 2D and 3D and incorporate previous bosses in the series into a 3D space. Early 3D games are they're fascinating to me because of the way that like developers have to figure out how to incorporate their previous franchises into a 3D space, and it doesn't always work. Like, a lot of them were able to do it, but like, if you've ever played Super Castlevania 64, for instance, they weren't super great at incorporating that series into 3D super well, and it took them a long time to get it right. And even in this game, I think they realized that, like, if we fully incorporated Kirby into 3D immediately, like a 3D plane, it wouldn't quite work, which is why they had it be 2D in a 3D space instead. Like, you can still clearly tell it's like those cactuses are very much 2D images, but the camera is more dynamic. The boss fight was spiraling. Whoops. Don't touch me. I got spinies. That's super cute. Like, the way that, like, the spine evolves into, like, a bee stinger and, like, pencils and stuff like that. This game's very creative with, like, not only just all the abilities you get to use, but, like, the way those abilities manifest. Like, some of the abilities are just a bigger version of what you already had, but sometimes it's stuff like this, where it's very cartoony, and it's very cute. I like that. I always love a game that's not afraid to express, like, really random and creative ideas, even if it doesn't make sense. Not that a game like Kirby needs to make sense, obviously. I don't expect Kirby to be the most logically inclined series or anything. We'll shoot. Exciting. He's a rock. Rolling. Alright. A rock and a spike is a drill. That makes enough sense, I guess. Oh, it's a projectile as well. That's pretty decent. Ah, the sands of time wait for nobody. I see. It would help if it went a little faster, though. Toasty! Oh, the sand eventually did pile up in there. Hello, I'll be your drill sergeant today. I guess we can just go through the whole level like that. Oh, yeah. That was a bit abrupt, honestly. Like, the whole level, level didn't really have an ending. It was just like, nope, it's over now. Got him. You know, this game for children is a little easy. Nah, man. It like I said, it's not about whether the game's hard or especially gritty or anything like that. To me, it's more about if the game's fun, and I like it. I'm having fun with it. It really is an interesting phenomenon to see, like, the streamer's curse manifest in action before your eyes, right? Like, to see it, like, the second you say something like, oh, it's easy, and, like, just immediately to watch yourself die. Like, you don't think it'll happen to you, right? Like, oh, it'll happen to you too, old man. Like, what? It's that bit from The Simpsons where it's like, no, we're gonna stay hip forever. I'm gonna be a good gamer forever. The streamer's curse will never happen to me. Like, you've watched content creators your whole life, and you think like, oh, how can they be so bad at video games? It'll never happen to me. And you don't understand, like, when you get up there, your IQ drops by 30 points. And it's like, that'll never happen to me. Electric and fire, what happens? Well, that's silly. So silly, I'd argue. Kirby Golem. Check this out. The old Smash Brothers. Baby's first Smash Brothers move. Down B to win. Wait. Do you think... So this place is pretty haunted, I would imagine. Which means that if you sold it in Anvil, you could get a pretty cheap price for it. Developers really out here making me risk my life for $1. Also me actively risking my life for $1. Was there something down here? Nope. I'll tell you what was down there. Disappointment. A dead cat who was killed by curiosity, maybe. I haven't managed to get 100 of these stars yet, or 100. Fill the meter. Yeah, I kind of expected that to happen, but still. What are we doing, my man? Ah, DDD section. I don't remember this part. But surely I must have played it. Because I did get past this part at some point. It's me, it's King DDD. So that's the way out. But there's a shard here. Eat. Thanks, Harness. I rather like this game as well. I played it back in the day, on the Virtual Console for the Wii, and I rather enjoyed it. But I don't think I ever beat it. Oh no! But I don't think I ever beat it, so that's the goal for these streams. I don't know if I'm gonna beat it in one stream, but I'm gonna like... But... beat it eventually, I think. They'd probably put something back here. Yeah, I bet. There's actually, like... There's this reviewer who posts, like, once every 2 years, or something, called Running Shine. He has, he's probably best known for his review on Yeek, or Y2K, a postmodern RPG. He has a review of this game. I like him as a reviewer because, even though he kind of does the traditional, sort of cynical angry reviewer shtick brought about by the angry video game nerd and his influence, he actually also talks about the game and what he likes about it, and I dig that. And I think this was like one of his first reviews. He's pretty inconsistent. I don't think he like really makes his reviews like very frequently. I think he has other things that he does. Like I think he makes music on the side, and also just like has an actual job. So like he doesn't make reviews very often, but he's very good. He's very analytical, and he is interested in like game design and music production. So like he has some pretty interesting points, and he's pretty funny when he actually does the game reviewer shtick. So I like him well enough. He's a little NSFW sometimes, for sure, I would argue. Like, not for the faint of heart, but, did I just have to know, to go up there? Okay, it lets me go back up. That's fair. It'd be really bad if they were like, oh, you just had to know, haha, redo the whole entire level. Well, that was pretty cheap. Whoop. Feels like we're climbing down an anthill right now. Yo, outside my house, where I live, there are so many anthills. It's absurd. It's difficult to like look at a pile of dust. You have to be careful because anytime there is a reasonably sized pile of dust, it could just be an anthill. I wonder if that, like, triangle fish is, like, a result of graphical limitations to some extent. Would you be down to do reviews for games as you complete it? I feel that content might be good. I don't know. I thought about doing, like, a review series at some point. More, like, simplistic reviews. In a sense, I wouldn't want to make them overly elaborate, because I feel like, if I had to do a review for every game I streamed, like, the rate at which I stream games would be too fast for a review to come out. I wouldn't be able to edit them fast enough, I think. The other thing is, like, I find that my opinions on games are often very milquetoast, or like very generic. Like, Like, I'll usually come out of a game being like, I like that, or I didn't like that. Usually when I talk about a game, it's because I have something to say about it, or like, it emotionally affected me, or I think that the narrative has something to say that's worth talking about. And not every game is necessarily going for a narrative or something like that that has something to say. Like, this game's fun, but I don't think it like necessarily is trying to teach you a whole lot about the nature of the human condition or anything. I think it's interesting in many regards, but I don't know if I would have like a tremendous amount to say about it. And I also don't think I'm like a huge expert on game design. I think things about it are interesting, to be sure, to think about, but I'm not like, I guess what I would argue is I'm not like a game design guy, and I think that like, generally speaking, over the years, I like video games, but I also feel like I've kind of sort of lost the deep passion that one kind of requires to like really review video games in an in-depth manner. Like, what I note about like really consistent video game reviewers is that like they really like video games, they're really passionate about it. And I feel like there was a time when I was really passionate about video games, but I don't know if it's just being like really depressed or like just playing too many video games to the point where it's become kind of old and stale or something like that, but I don't know, I'm just kind of like not really in the place anymore where I can like look at it and be like, yeah, I want to talk about every minute detail of this game anymore. Like I said, a lot of times I'll come out of a game and be like, yeah, that game was good. Because, like, there's also kind of, like, a thing where I, like, I, as a person, having been a kind of former game tester, I kind of realize now that, like, so much goes into making a game that even if a game kind of comes out sort of bad, or if there's, like, a mistake in a game, I don't treat it nearly as harshly as I used to. I'm very light on game reviews. I'm very soft because like so much can go wrong in the game design process, or there's just stuff you can't even account for, that like if something does go wrong, it may not be the game developer's fault, or it may be like something on the downline, you don't know. There's just so much that can go wrong in like the production of any kind of art, whether it be like a theater production or a game, or like just any kind of art, that it's kind of a miracle that more things don't go wrong. And because of that, I'm kind of like, I appreciate the fact that the art got made at all, and I end up becoming very light on reviews. So I think it's very difficult for me to make a review that's like, oh, I hate this game, or something like that. No, I think it's like fine. Like even games that I think are like generally not to my taste, I'll be like, well, somebody might like it. It's like, and I think that's not necessarily like, I feel like I'm a little too nice. I guess is what I would say. Hold on. Got him. Like, yesterday I was playing Star Fox, and random cute witch in the background? Hello. But anyway, yesterday I was playing Star Fox, and that game has some like serious frame issues because of like yesterday I was playing Star Fox, and that game has some serious frame issues, but that's because it's like a 3D game that's running on a system that is not designed for 3D, and it's kind of amazing they managed to get what they got running. And for what it's worth, it was still reasonably fun, even though like it had a lot of technical problems. So I think that like another big issue is that I found this in particular while trying to do like video essay type videos. I found that I really don't like doing research. I find that kind of aspect boring. I don't like doing plot summaries. I don't like doing research. What I kind of like doing about like my more narrative focused my narrative focused kind of videos is that it's more about interpretations and metaphorical analysis, which doesn't necessarily require any sort of real research. It's more about like opinions and about like what you think about a story or what a story is trying to tell you. So you don't necessarily have to like spend a lot of time researching stuff unless it's like necessarily related to the story. What I'm saying is I'm stupid and I want to remain stupid. I'm kind of coming to terms with the idea that like I think I have more of like a writer's brain than I do like a technical aspect brain. Okay, so they're just here. I thought they were gonna like paint something. Okay. Are these important? Like, there are technical things that I find interesting. As somebody once put it, like, video games are a collaboration between engineering and art. Which means that it's kind of difficult to take the technical aspect out of a video game. Which is part of what makes, like, the early adolescent years of video games where they're trying to combine 3D elements together interesting, because the technology is so limited. And yet they're still trying to convey like an idea. Because like by the time the Super Nintendo had come out, sprite work was starting to get really good, and you could really start to create really good looking sprites. And then suddenly they had 3D technology, and it was like, okay, we're gonna start using 3D technology now because we can actually start conveying things in 3D shapes, make more realistic games, right? But at the same time, 3D was still in its infancy, especially for home consoles. So there was a huge incentive to move to 3D, but at the same time, nobody really knew how to do 3D. So everyone was experimenting, and that's kind of interesting to see how that all panned out. And Kirby 64 is a pretty good example of, like, the weird compromise of, like, how 3D and 2D comes together, as this game is still largely in 2D, but within a 3D space. Like, we are effectively fighting a boss right now in a 2D space, where we run along a 2D plane, but it's circular to indicate the illusion of 3D. And we were playing Donkey Kong Country on an earlier stream, as well as Star Fox. Donkey Kong Country isn't even 3D, but the models are rendered in a 3D program, and then turned into sprites. I guess like the concurrent theme for these past couple of streams has been like 3D and 2D, and the years in which games tried to transition between the two. Like, clearly, these boss triangles, which again is kind of weird because, like, you have to wonder if, like, the idea behind these boss triangles isn't, like, necessarily artistic abstraction, but rather the limitations of the graphical capacity of the N64. Hold on. I might need to, like, suck up the individual colors, and yep, that's about it. Like, it's not really an artistic choice, it's the, it's just the graphical limitations of the N64, making it so you fight the cubes, or the parallelograms, respectively. And I don't know, I think it's interesting to think about because I kind of grew up in this time period. Or rather, not necessarily grew up, but like the first console I ever played was the N64. And I kind of grew up at the time when the GameCube was coming out, but I was always like a console generation behind. I wanted an N64 because that's what my cousins had, even though like the GameCube was the modern Nintendo console at that time. So sad the Kirby series had to end this way. With Kirby dead in the desert. Man, Kirby just got isekai'd. I think Aquastar was about as far as I got. I think I got stuck on the boss of Aquastar, is actually what happened. Because I think, like, past me literally couldn't figure out how to beat Aquastar or something. The boss of Aquastar. Because, like, the boss of Aquastar is like a weird underwater boss. Rock cutters. What? Masonry. Some powers in these games aren't great. Or they're just a little too slow to be super useful. How do I get down there? You drop down. You drop down is how you get down there. I can use fire underwater for an extremely slow ride. Well, that's a bit weird. There's a shard down there, wasn't there? I don't know what's up with Maraca Man right there. Yeah, I don't think I can hit him. Because he actually appears to be on a completely different plane of existence than the rest of the game. That's really how you stay safe in games like this. You just find the opposite plane. I fell right into that. I sure hope I don't get burned by the fire Pez dispenser today. No. Can I walk back in? I sure can. Everyone remembers the smiling nipple Kirby paws. Thanks, brother. Sister. Androgynous artist. AA. There's gotta be a way in there. This would be fine if it wasn't, like, skin-toned. That enemy would be perfectly normal if it wasn't skin-toned. So I think I get in by... I have to hit this platform, I think. But that does not appear to work. That's weird. Thunderclap! How do I activate that? I think I need... Yeah, I think I need a stone. I had heard telltale rumors that there are certain shards that need very specific power-ups to earn. And I think I might need like a rock power-up or something really heavy. Get away from me. Whoa! You can tell when this game came out. Even has the lightsaber sound effect and everything. Kirby games tend to have like a lot of sword power-ups, and they're usually the least practical, but they're always the most cool. So it's a decent trade-off, I think. Crab. This kills the crab. How do I get up there? That opens the door. Or are the colors on these checkerboards meant to represent the power I need? So like a rock and fire or something? I'm gonna try and see if I can find like a rock fire or something like that. I mean, I doubt it, right? But like, at the same time. But just in case. Well, there is a fire here. Ah, yeah, that looks like it would help. Yep. That definitely works. Alright, so it looks like for that previous one, we would need like ice and rock or something. Because I think I remember the platform being like brown and blue. Now I understand. The game didn't have to give me a tutorial or anything. I figured it out on my own. I, as a player, feel smart. I'm pretty sure the instruction booklet would have also told me, had I purchased this game in like 1990, whatever. It's just like Splash Mountain, and probably twice as safe. I don't know why I say that. I don't think Splash Mountain's ever had an accident. Well, I guess Waddle Dee is just dead. Surprise banger, huh? I don't think I wouldn't see you there. I do like that this game has chosen the optimal route for water levels in where, like, most of the water level is not a water level. Where, like, they don't force you to do weird swimming mechanics most of it. Like... Oh, that was a mistake. I really squeezed myself right under that log for optimal steamrollage. There we go. I have been killing it on these 1-ups recently. Maybe I spoke too soon about the water level thing. Better watch out for those crabs. They're doing a pincer maneuver. Alright, that's kind of cute. The way that they're in the sand mounds, it looks like they're buried in the sand. I think that should have hit me. Like, not to be a rules lawyer or professional gift horse puncher. So sad. Where were you when Kirby died? I was sitting there, watching him die, laughing. I cry every time. I could be getting the cutter power up, but I don't really want it because it's kind of weird and slow. and not always very good. I had a feeling it might give me a bomb power-up. Hold a sec. My D-pad is acting up. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay. That was a bit weird. What's in here? Oh, Yellowstone National Park. That's cute, though I doubt it's, realism. And as I mentioned before, I demand realism from my Kirby game. You know, if I jump, he'll keep throwing the cutter in the wrong way. Not that I guess matters now. Okay, that's a wall. So for that, I would need green, which is the cutter, and then brown for rock, so cutter rock. I'm not gonna redo the level for this. But if I can find that, like in the room, maybe. Oh, I'm getting Donkey Kong. Yeah, I think that's very much a you need to know sort of thing. Oh, it's right at the end, too. Real dick move. Maybe that's a for later sort of thing. What are these guys? They look like they're on a completely different plane of existence. Okay. No iframes on that one, I guess. The things I do for a minuscule amount of points. Would you stop? You know what? It's not worth it. Yeah, I take back what I said about the water level thing. This missile's targeting system is a little, it's a little questionable. There's a direct exit right there, which means that there's gotta be something up here. Just as I suspected. Ow. Alright. I think it wants me to go all the way to the left so I have enough space to get to the other area. So I have enough space to do this before it pushes me out the door. It's fortunate that this game is so generous with its extra lives. Oh, you know what? I bet I was supposed to go down there. Like I was supposed to go down that, pole. Going against the flow is proving difficult, eh? I think I can do this. Think is different than no, I guess. What is causing the current here? Well, this rocks. Alright. That was a bit of a cavalcade of disaster, I think. I don't know if I stopped trying or if I just was aiming for things to hit me. It's sort of like Flappy Bird but with more stakes. Slightly less stakes. I believe this is where I got in my virtual console run, and I couldn't beat this boss. And I don't really know if I just stopped here, or if I, like, legitimately could not beat this boss for some reason. Wait, these fish give you cutter? That's interesting. We suck the rock. Well, the underwater movement definitely isn't helping. I'm pretty sure he has the second phase. As indicated by the boss music not stopping. Alright. I can see why I might have had trouble with him, but I also think that he's not unbeatable. Maybe I just got bored. I don't know. Maybe that was a Kyle just wants to watch television kind of day. Man, there was a time in my life when I watched television. That's wild to think about now. I never watch TV anymore. It's all YouTube. YouTube is my TV. England is my city. this might have been why I have a problem. He's a little hard to hit. Excuse me? Alright. I got stun locked. It's difficult to move fast enough to avoid that. Like, I think what makes this boss a little difficult is just the underwater physics. I can't move fast enough to react. And my projectiles do not fly fast enough to get to him before he can block them. Maybe if I like suck in and fire immediately, it'll work. Okay, that went better. Now we gotta wait for this whole rigmarole to finish. Okay. I think this boss may have been easier with like power-ups, but we're not gonna get any of that. We're close. Hey, missed it. Oh, it's just like Jaws. We destroyed the shark with a torpedo. Actually, I think they used an oxygen canister in that movie. But it's basically the same thing. Yeah! Contaminate that ocean with your garbage. So far, it seems like these end stage cutscenes have basically been Kirby dies. That's pretty metal. Neo Star. Is it gonna be like dinosaur themed? There certainly appears to be an abundance of cavemen. Yeah. It seems like most ground is going to end up being a spike pit. It's a pterodactyl. I've heard that their pee is silent. They urinate softly. Like somebody trying to go to the bathroom at 2 a.m. I don't wait till I can combine this fire with something. What are you doing to me? There's nothing up here. Why does this go so low? Alright. I'm really getting the Donkey Kong vibes, where it's like, okay, the vine goes really low, which means there must be something beneath it, right? And there isn't, and it's like, oh. Why would you do this to me? Alright. The classic boss fight of press one button and win. Kirby's a fun game, but it is not a hard game. Every time, it's the streamer's curse. It's like, oh, this game's not hard. And then you just wreck yourself. He's like, oh, I'll show you who's boss. That was a close one, Presidente. Turbo! Ah! Oh, well, that was easy. Now watch me not get this one up. I got something else. What is this? There better not be like a shard on the way down here or something. I'm falling into a chasm. What? Oh, I thought we would just run over that guy, because it was an enemy. And everything this game has taught me so far is that when you run over enemies, they die. Can I? I want to get that thing. I want to get that shard. I want that shard. I missed it. And now I feel bad that I didn't get it. So I'm just gonna do a quick restart. I know I haven't really been caring that much about how many shards I get, but that one felt personal, and that's really what matters. Man, they weren't kidding when they said America's infrastructure was broken. Swamp frogs. They remind me of the swamp frogs from RuneScape. Or more specifically, like, RuneScape has this one swamp where you can go in and there's like these hands that grab you, that grab your head out of the walls. They give your head a good snatch. And if you're not wearing like a spiked helmet, they'll grab your head and give it a good shake. But if you're wearing a spiked helmet, they grab your head and they're like, ow, spikes! It's very comical. It's a very old RPG thing. It's like, how do you stop the hands from grabbing your head? I don't know, wear a spiked helmet? It's like, yeah, that makes sense. Instead of like, I don't know, don't go near the wall hands. What on earth? I do not want to interact with the wall jelly. It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie woogie. What does electric cutter do? Oh, it does the lightsaber, that's right. If I could just get it. Instead, they're all stuck in these gooey duck holes. There it is. Surprisingly practical for this part. Oh no, not the jellies. Alright. The Dance of Death. I'll have you know that I was trained in the Jedi Academy. I was the one youngling left alive. For my talent was too good. Anakin saw the Sith potential in me. Oh, here I go again, risking my life for $4. Oh, there I go again, losing my life for $4. It's funny, you need those to gain extra lives, and I lose more lives trying to gain them than I do gaining them. Alright. Oh, that's got smart. In between a rock and a rock place. Okay. No. The amount of 1-ups we're gaining per level is steadily decreasing, or the number of shards, rather. Can we drill through this entire level? Let's find out. No. That one feels like a freebie. My drill shall pierce the heavens. Yeah? What do you got under that hat? Rabbits? I could have sworn they would give you something for getting rid of them all. If not, what was the point in it being there? Wonder what this spells. K-R-B-Y. Clearly, this spells Mario. How did I get worse at this game? It hasn't changed at all. That. I need the suck. Carry me, drill. Phoenix, Arizona has seen better days, I gotta say. don't know about this DDD. Are you sure an Arctic penguin is suited for such climates as this? Reminds me of that one lava section in Metroid Prime. It has that similar aura of randomly placed darkness. Lucky. Sorry, DDD, you're too... you're too big for that door. Look at these graphics. Impressive for the N64 era. This game never lets me have any fun. It never lets me just cheaply drill my way through the entire level like a chump. You would think that people in this area would be acclimated to such temperatures. I guess they're not. Well, this sword has a very weird hitbox. Like, you can just turn around and hit things. You don't actually really need to swing it to hit stuff. You can, though. I get a feeling... there's like a bonus shard in here if you were to use a certain combination. Oh. Always drops me in the worst spot. This is fine. So there's gotta be a shard around here somewhere, right? Yep. Oh, you dirty skelebones. Oh. Ugh. I needed a better ability. Like, that'll do. My problem was that I had an ability that was not optimal for this situation. I think Running Shine pointed at this out in his like review of the game, but the game's dependency on certain abilities for ending either the level or finding certain secrets is kind of annoying in a game that encourages you to experiment with different copy ability types. Like, for a game that gives you so many different ways to, like, do things, it's kind of wacky that they're all like, well, yeah, but you actually have to do it in this very specific way to unlock the secrets. Or to unlock the ending of the game. Or to unlock the end of the level. Boss. I've never fought this boss. It's the Great Mighty Pooh. Oh no, he's got a lava penis. Alright, I think I know how I fight this. I use my, like, lightning shotgun. It got me. That's not the end, of course. What's up, man? That appears ineffective. That also appears ineffective. Ah, I see. He's a very specific hitbox. of, like, right in between the eyes. I think I know where you have to go to dodge that, but man, that's tricky. Kirby sleepy. Got him. Shiver Star. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me see what time it is. Okay. We can play this for a bit longer, I think. For what it's worth, I don't have any hard or fast limits on like how long I can stream. I just like I want to be able to stream for like a an amount of time. An amount of time. I want to be able to stream long enough so it feels like a stream and not like, I don't know, a 30-minute escapade. But also, I also don't want it to be like, the other day I played Tropico for 6 hours or something. And that's fine. Tropico's a long game. But I guess I don't want to play it for so long I don't have time to do anything else that day. I like having time to do things during the day. Ooh, curling. Everyone's favorite sport. Behind ice hockey and skiing and parcheesi and professional mopping. So I think we can at least toboggan. I think we can at least complete this world. I don't know how many worlds there are in this game, for what it's worth. There are probably at least 2 worlds in this game. And that's the story of Cool Runnings, children. Alright, a classic spam one button and win the boss kind of thing. Oh man, I needed like a fire, and I probably need like a fire thing here. Now, unless I can... On today's episode of Kirby Right Back At Ya, Kirby catches hypothermia. Kirby catches hypothermia and swims with a tampon. What the fuck? No, I'm pretty sure I needed like a fire thing for that. It is a little annoying. I think they fully intend for you to backtrack through these levels and like be like, oh, I need this specific power up for like this particular part. And I don't know. That's a bit annoying, I think. Or at least, I don't think it's super fun to have to play the level a second time just to get, like, one particular collectible, I think. I understand replay value. Squish. What I don't understand is making the player do a task over again when they did it fine the first time just to get a thingamadoodad. Alright, they got me good on that one. Alright. They got me good on that one. I wonder what Ice Cutter does. Ice skates. Ice skates are not very useful if you get squished under a rock, I suppose. It's a real Tanya Harding sort of situation. Is that the lady who had her legs crushed? In the Olympics? Her legs smacked? I got a little too into the ice skating and didn't realize that, like, the ice skates on their own don't do damage. Ooh, smooth as butter, caress your lover. It's all in the mind. Oh, come on. There's that witch again. Randomly appearing kawaii witch. I haven't heard this track before. Oh, it's Butter Building. Or at least it's a remix of Butter Building. I'm digging it. It's cute. I need to not do this. I was playing it a lot more dangerously than I needed to. Sorry, I was entranced by like the jazz butter building remix, and it took me a second to realize, like, oh, I'm really playing fast and loose with the way I'm jumping over these platforms. Hold on. There's that witch again. Is she gonna factor in, or is she just there? Like, I'm fine either way. I just, like, is that kind of a thing the developers put in, like, we're gonna create this witch character and not explain it? It's just there to be cute. There's plenty of stuff in Kirby that's there just to be cute, and that's fine. Like, I thought it'd be something like that. Toss me. Real question is, how do I get it to toss me up? I'm pressing up, I'm pressing A. Can't seem to get it to toss me up on regular circumstances. Oh, good thing I didn't miss that, I guess. Now just to get it to toss me up. Weirdly, it doesn't seem like the directional pads actually correspond to the direction in which you toss Kirby. Oh, it's where his face is pointed when he shoots. I wasn't even paying attention to where his face was. platforms kind of look like tablecloths. Oh goodness, it's the spiky nipples. Again, it wouldn't be such a problem if they weren't flesh colored. Oh, you horrible little jackal. It would be best not to blow up these, I think. These particular platforms. Speaking of which... You got me with that one, I gotta admit. Was not expecting it to come from above. Nice job, game designers. You tricked me. That one I couldn't have accounted for. They spawned an enemy directly on top of me. I can't say this is my favorite boss. I kinda just have to wait for him to get into a position where I can hit him. There's definitely an ability that lets you go through walls. And that's certainly how you were supposed to get that shard. It's such a shame to see all those shards and be like, I just can't get those because I don't have the ability. Because it's not like I didn't get to the secret. It's just that I didn't have the ability. I just didn't know beforehand that you needed a very specific ability once you got to that point in the level. This level has a very weird 2000s aesthetic to it. Very polygonal, very kind of pastel colory. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I guess I would describe it as like a weird amount of Roblox games kind of look like this. And that's what it reminds me of. It also reminds me a bit of the Falador party house from RuneScape. This looked a lot like that. And that also reminds me of like the early 2000s. I guess this is kind of like a toy factory. With razor blades. I guess some toys would require razor blades to cut them, but nah. Hello, it's Kermit the Frog here, come to enact my vor roleplay with Miss Piggy. I can't do a Kermit the Frog impression. Hello, you Caesar. No, I can't do it. That's what I get. I want to combine... Hold on a sec. Oh. I guess we are going to combine this with these spikes. I wanted to combine my blade with my spikes, but I guess we're not doing that. This is a very weird ability. But it might be the weird ability we need. Because we're not really hittable in our Gordo state. Yeah? You're just gonna draw on the windows? Okay, so we press down A button. Oh. Crouch down on them, we can press the buttons. It does not appear to do anything. It's just like a thing we can do. The fact that that room has no purpose, again, it makes me suspicious. When rooms have, like, no purpose, but they have things you can do in them, it makes me think, like, oh, there's something you're supposed to do in there and we just didn't do it right. Like, this is one of those games. That bookcase's gonna fall on me. Yup. Oh. Thinking about it now, The Neo planet had a lot less dinosaurs than I thought there would be. Okay, note to self, getting hit by bookshelf is instant kill. Knowledge is power. And that knowledge is very powerful. It must be really heartbreaking to be swallowed by Kirby and, like, him to not gain any power. Like, damn. Like, in your last seconds of life, you realize you had no special talent. What a bummer. Ah, shoot, I'm screwed! It's weird. I guess the Rick statue can move, but none of the other statues you can turn into. This food is becoming not worth it by the second. More and more not worth it. This is a great, like, 2D to 3D effect, though. These cannons shooting in, like, three-dimensional 2D they're like 2D sprites-ish, but they're also three-dimensional. They're kind of shooting at you, 2D sprites, but you're also in a 3D space, and you're also in like a 2D diorama kind of deal. It's super interesting the way that they've chosen to do that. I see, so we've kind of gone from this ice theme to like the North Pole kind of idea, which is how we've escalated to like a toy factory, as it were. That's not the way through. I bet if we use the volcano whatever, we could get through. Huh? Wasn't it? Oh no, that was like, I need dual bombs, maybe? Maybe just one bomb. This definitely might be a sort of look up the solution kind of puzzle. I care, but not. There's a rock down here. We need rock and fire. Okay. Well, we died, so we could start from the beginning. At least we'll have more health this time. Okay. It doesn't work. What use? Alright. Well, if that doesn't work. If that don't work. I guess I'll just move on with my friend and his comically oversized hammer and dodge these comically oversized hammers. Yeet! Is that a hippopotamus in a tank? What kind of cruel factory is this? hold on. If I had to wager... Okay, maybe not. Okay, there's nothing up there. I thought maybe if you went up behind the Gordo, there would be a shard there. That was kind of my intuition going off. But sometimes my intuition is wrong. I can't suck up his eggs. Or, I hope those are eggs. Or perhaps we're just very lucky today. You know, the particles that Kirby sucks up in the air, they kind of look like the background to every bus seat / arcade floor ever. I wonder how you're supposed to get that open. Oh well. Okay, so don't go that way. I'm hearing. I ducked, but I'm realizing now that ducking would not have made a difference. Oh, Vito. This'll kill me. My realizations are slow and often too late. But I think the important part is that I come to realize my mistakes eventually. Eventually. Not everyone can say they eventually come to realize their mistakes, I think. I do think it's cute that, like, Kirby generates electricity by, like, scritching his non-existent hair. Okay, so that little indent, actually I could probably duck under. No! Well, remember when I said I realized my mistakes? You know, just scratch that. Scratch that like a Kirby scratches his hair. What on earth? Alright. Like, I know what hit me. It was the cannon. I'm just like, I can't believe it actually hit me. Electrokinesis. PK Flash. Kirby, you can't PK Flash here. That's public indecency. I think this game really wants recompense for me having the utter audacity to say it was easy earlier. Shard? Good thing I died. I didn't notice that before. I guess maybe you're supposed to, like, wait for that to happen because there's no way you can make it in time. The bowels. What will this be like, I wonder? Oh, I hit it by accident. Well, I guess we know where the hitboxes are. On its arms. He has more attacks than the other bosses, to be sure. Must have at least 4. He's gonna cut me up like a TikToker cuts up his videos. Oh Christ. Oh. Alright, well now this might be a bit more challenging because I don't have the funny lightsaber. There's a delay on that arm. Noted. Seems like if I stay far enough away, he just won't hit me with that. Easier said than done, though. Oh, this is a lot more tedious without a power-up. And laser's gotta be the most difficult. Laser has very few beginning frames. Like, I can see it coming, but, like, my opportunity to dodge it is pretty limited. Note to self, swallowing that does not give me anything. I was hoping it would give me like a bomb power-up or something. What's going on? This is spooky. Oh. The second phase wasn't that difficult, huh? Kinda gave me the means to his defeat there. Ah, is that the last world then? Well, I wouldn't want to end the stream and have it be like the last world or something. So let's go ahead and finish this up, see what happens. I believe that's what they were kind of trying to imply with that cutscene. That this is the world from the intro. I was thinking about ending the stream, but I think, since this is probably the last world, we'll do this instead. We'll definitely go for a bit longer, but we might also kind of beat the game. Supposing there's no, like, 100% content sort of deal. Yeah, spam one button, it always works. I love the sound effect they used for this power-up. It just sounds like a gun. Like... I also love doing it on the drop of the beat. Like... Aw, I missed it because everything's slower underwater. It's a bit tricky to... That was the whole level? Not much to that. Here's that witch again. It's a bit spooky here. Lots of witches in this area. Are the witches like the generators of the black goop? Of all the fish in the sea, how did you end up on land? Me looking at an evolutionary chart? Thanks, brother. All things considered, that cutscene seemed a little unnecessary, outside of plot development. In a game with barely any plot, so I don't really know why it was there. But, you know, I guess it's to show that we're friends? What's in here? Oh, okay, I have to go down this way. Hey. I can go up there if I want to, but I have full health, so there's no point. There's so much food down here, and all of it's soggy. If I were a game developer, what would I hide down here? Crystal shard, maybe? That's interesting. Ah. I need a power associated with each of the colors on these pillars in order to get in here. Which means to get this, I'd need like a cutter of some kind. Which I don't have. Major bummer. I was able to get the one up though. I guess there's something to that. You know, for a place taken over by monsters, this place still seems pretty whimsical. Are we on a soundstage? What is this? Never heard this track before either. If there are any secret doors in this stage, they ought to be easy to open. Considering they're handing me every enemy type. This seems to be our dedicated Battle Royale section. I'm really starting to see the joke come to fruition. There's this joke in like the Super Smash Bros. Brawl trailer where like they show how the graphics for each character has improved since Melee, right? And they show like Pikachu getting upgraded, they show Mario getting upgraded, they show Link getting upgraded, and they show Kirby getting upgraded, and he doesn't change at all. Because like from Melee to he's just a pink puffball. So like from melee to brawl, he just looks the same. And you know, looking at Kirby 64, there are moments where he almost looks like he's in melee. Like there are moments where with the shading and he almost looks like he could be on the GameCube. It's kind of, it's pretty silly. Kirby is not a creature who needs a lot of visual enhancement. A dark cloud looms over us. Rather literally. So this is the boss, huh? I don't think this is the boss. He seems resistant to this type of, this omni-elemental creature seems highly resistant to, he seems resistant to anything that isn't his element. Ugh. Impaled. At least I know what to do. Vaguely. What on earth? Well, this is going well, I think. I'll get it. It's just, a matter of figuring it out. It doesn't look like they'll make this easy on me. Okay. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. Ice? Water? No, not ice. Okay. Well, this is getting better. I'm getting some of the attack patterns down. Relatively. Like, I'm still getting hit, for sure. But I at least know well enough what to do. Oh, I haven't seen the cutter yet. Round the cutter and then suck. That one's tricky. This one's also tricky because you kind of just have to suck. You gotta suck him off while he's doing his attack. Also, I'm pretty sure this isn't the actual final boss. I have 14 lives. I think we'll manage. This one I'm not used to yet. He doesn't use it that often. The bouncy balls of death. This one's pretty straightforward. That one was initially kind of intimidating, but now it's also kind of straightforward. This one's kind of hard because you have to penetrate his wall of ice. Oh, that's a lot of damage. put some Flex Seal on that, because that's a lot of damage. Here comes the funny balls. Hope there's no second phase of this, because this boss is kinda... It's interesting, but man, is it kinda tedious. Did I get him? Hard to say. Like, there's a lot of waiting with this. A lot of waiting with this boss. A lot of table service. Alright, just a little more. We got him on the ropes. It's just a matter of time now. We didn't see the cutter at all that last round. Or wait, did we? It's a pretty long fight, so I honestly forgot. These balls seem to have difficulties entering corners, so I will keep that in mind. Yeah, they seem to have difficulty entering the corners of the map. I can do this. I don't like this one. Keeps going to the electricity. Is it because he knows I can't hit him that much with it? He's got a sliver left. Well now. Gee whiz, games were a lot shorter back then, huh? Though I guess this game, it wasn't too hard either. What was that with that malicious green queen? Could it be that this is not the true ending? Could it be that there is an additional boss after this? There's an additional boss after this. Great game, lots of fun, great soundtrack, wonderful, clever ideas. This is not the end. I think we'll probably do another stream of this where we actually, I think, I don't know this, I'm gonna look it up after the stream, but I think in order to get the true ending where you defeat the real boss, you have to collect all of the crystals in the game, which unlocks the true final boss. And I think we'll do that in another stream. Because I've been going for a little bit, and the only goal was to beat the game. And we did that, so yeah. Wunderbar. So yeah, I don't think it'll be next stream, but anticipate a stream in the future where we kind of go through the game, pick up all the crystals that we missed, and then fight the actual final boss, the one in the thumbnail. Yeah. I imagine that stream might be a bit shorter, but we'll do it. And it'll be cute. Alright, until then though, thanks for coming out, and thanks for coming out and watching. I'll see you guys later on another stream. We'll probably play some more older Nintendo games, since I have, since this is recently what I'm into. Yeah, I'll see you. Thanks for coming out. Bye.